this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have a look at another Windows 10 mobile-centered episode. And we are going to have a look at 3 different games again, which will be in this case Backcountry Ski 3, then Giraffe Evolution and WORDFIX Word Game. My name is Gerald. As always, I've got a couple of different things to stream, which are of course some kind of a Bluetooth mouse, in this case this Bluetooth mouse. I'm going to be using my Foldable keyboard again, which is this one of course. And in general we could use the Xbox One as wireless controller, but in this case there's no game that meaningfully support it. There are some where you can do partial support or something like that, but that's not going to be anything I'm going to show in this episode. Other than that, we are of course using my Lumia 950 XL, a pretty old smartphone now, but still rocking. And it has a Mozo cover at the back, which is just normal wood cover more or less. Normal, so real wood color. And it has a USB-C connector at the bottom here, which is connected to my display dock, which is standing at the side here, which is more or less a USB-C hub in the end. A pretty fancy one, but it's still more or less that. And the USB-C hub is connected to the TV like that. I can show you this. And the interesting part about it is that what you see here is more or less a desktop-like experience where I can use, for instance, my mouse and so on and so forth to navigate around and use this, and still it's just generated by the smartphone itself. So if you want to know more about all this, have a look at the corner up there. I have plenty of videos where I'm talking about all that more in depth than in this episode. And other than that, let's start with the first game. The first game is going to be Backcountry Ski 3. A little bit of a mouthful, but in the end it's a ski game in 3D. I really like it somehow. It's very easy, or very simple, not easy but simple, but it's pretty nice somehow. I don't know why. So first off, I'm going to go to my all apps list here, and I'm going to click on Backcountry Ski 3. Very fast to start, as you can see. It's a simple game, of course, and the graphics are not great or something, but still fun to play in some situations for a couple of minutes. What I'm going to use to control it is, mostly my keyboard in this case, and I'm going to turn around and show you everything that is going on here with this game. So, there are a couple of different things on this game. Which you have to avoid and stuff like that, and there is some things you can do and you can't do. In the end, the game is pretty much a beta version or something, I'm not sure, because if you click on new game in this case, you can already see you're going to a very simple menu here, and there is, for instance, a training one, but if you click on training, nothing is happening. So that one is just not functional at the moment. You can use everything else, so there are different traits you can use. For instance, let's go with trail 3 or something, and those are just different kinds of ways to go. So more or less the aims, the targets will change in this different versions here. I'm pretty sure that you can activate, for instance, music in 2 different ways, and of course I'm pretty sure that the full version never got out, or at least till now didn't come out. Of course we can get rid of the bar down below, and now I'm just going to click on that. And here we are. We have the different kind of music than I'm used to, doesn't matter, and now you are just going to use your keyboard arrows in the end. At the left there you can see that you have a health bar. That's because you are driving down a road, for instance, in this case, or this trail, and there are going to be some kinds of trees and stuff like that in between you. Where you want to go is more or less marked with these dust or cloud walls, or probably smoke walls. And now we can just click down and go down here. There are a couple of different things which are going to hunt you down more or less. And of course, as mentioned before, you will have to try to get where the smoke is more or less indicating. And of course, be careful that you are not for instance, hit by those snowballs. It's not always possible to not be hit, but you will more or less feel it, because you can already see there we have a smaller amount of health which got away. And in the end, it's not too hard to go here. It's more or less just this aim you are going to try to reach, and you get some kind of a score for it. There is of course a trail version you played with, and of course how many peaks you got and where you drove through. The interesting part about all this is more or less that I think it's pretty limitless where you can go. Of course, driving uphill is very hard, so it's not going to work like this. But downhill, there's a lot to explore if you want to. Of course, all the different environments are not very changing or something very much. But still, I think it's a fine one. Try it out if you like skiing, or at least those kind of games, whatever. Other than that, let's go to the next game. As mentioned before, you can switch off to another trail now if you played this. Switch the music off and so on and so forth, do whatever you want and try it out. Then let's have a look at the second game in this episode, which is a little bit of a very weird one if you ask me. It's called Giraffe Evolution. It's a game that only can be played in mirror mode in this case, so there's no Continuum version of it, so we will have to switch that off. First off, easiest way to do that is just, if you are connected, go to your smartphone. On your smartphone you can just go to the upper right corner there, and there you will find the menu button where you go to the display settings. If you go in there, there is down below the extended settings or something, and if you click on that, then you should be fine to go to the mirror mode. As you can see now, it's going to show the mirrored version of your screen in this case, and in the end all you now have to do is go here, navigate like on the smartphone, but with this mouse part in this case. Okay, so Giraffe Evolution, what is it? I'm going to click on the game so it can already start. In the end, what it is a merge game. So in the end, something where you are merging giraffes to each other. It's a very simple game to play, fun to lose time. I'm not sure if there's really a final version where you are going to or something, but in the end, if we just click on this now, you can already see that we have a couple of different giraffes here running around. And the funniest thing about it, or somebody thought it was very funny, is they are pooping all around. I'm not sure why. It's just how the game is made. If you are starting it for the first time, I'm just going to turn down the volume here a little bit. If you're starting for the first time, you're going to have only those very small giraffes running around, and then you can merge them, and giraffes are going to be delivered like this. So if you click on that and then just move them together, you are getting bigger giraffes, for instance. And if you do that again with this one, you get another version of giraffes. I played this for a couple of minutes probably already, so I have a couple of different giraffes already available, and all you have to do is put them up on each other, and if you do that, you are getting all the different small little parts here. So after a while, if you did that, you are going to go up and up with your giraffe count, of course, which is going to give you money per second in the end, and you are getting more and more different kinds of giraffes. Some are very, very strange looking and stuff like that, but in the end, it's really just a merger game. You all know, or many of you might already know how those work. In the end, you are getting these kind of money. Here you see it, 124.5 coins per second at the moment. I have this kind of money already, and if I want to, I can go to the shop here and buy different kinds of things. So for instance, if you are really up in money and stuff like that, you can for instance increase your number of animals, increase different kinds of other stuff. Here you can for instance automatically get all the parts out. And for instance, in this part, there are a couple of different options to buy from. Here you can, for instance, buy one of the different giraffes by itself, so you don't have to go through all the baby giraffe stuff and also on to all the way. And like this I can just buy one, and I already have enough of them, so there are too many of them, so I will have to get those uncovered, put them together, and after that I would be able to buy something. But in the end, if you have that many giraffes, you should probably just try to create whatever you need. And as you can see, we did this. Thank you, I don't want to wait at the moment. And as you can see, you can now put those giraffes again together, and we have those bigger ones now. We can do this again, and now we get this kind of giraffe, whatever. There are a lot of different ones, and if you played enough, you're going to go to the, not in this small part, but to an even bigger one. So this is more or less the continent version or whatever. And if you are in here, you can already see I've got one of the biggest giraffes there are, probably at least. And those are going to run around and do stuff here too. And it's more or less all you're doing in this game. So in the end, just put them somewhere. Let them do whatever they do there. I don't think that there is any kind of game physics or game relevant stuff going on with the poop or something. So just do whatever they are doing there and come back from time to time to merge them together, go on and go on. I'm not sure why those games really exist, if I have to tell you. I'm just going to go out here. Because is this something to Bitcoin or whatever? I'm not sure. Why are those games there? At least they are playing, you don't have to pay anything for it, and you can of course cancel it if you don't want to play it anymore. Other than that, we have a couple of different other games too, but we will go to the next one, which is WORDFIX Word Game. It's exactly what you are expecting probably. I like this kind of game, and this one is a pretty nice iteration of them. What we are going to see here is of course something many people already saw. It's done by Unity. I didn't know that those games are done by Unity too, but whatever. And as you already can see, we have a couple of different options here. For instance, we can go to this one, have a look at how you want to do the different things. So for instance, of course, volume for any kind of sound effects and music. You can go here and play with the controls. I wouldn't change this. It's more or less how precise you have to put the letters somewhere later on. And of course, you can have a look at the game notifications. I'm going to turn them down. And of course, if you want to, you can just go down here and have a look at the other parts which are there. If you're ready, just click on this icon and you're down here and out there. And other than that, let's play the game. So I'm just going to click on it. And I'm moving around again because it's just easier to play then. And as you can see, this is more or less what you have to do. You have a timer limit, so be aware of that. And now just see what you can learn probably, I'm not really sure, but we will see. What you can get from these different letters here. So just put the letters in the correct order and get some kind of not money, but score from it. That's probably, no, that's font, I would say. So you should go there, please. Oh, yeah. You can do different kinds of things there. I know that it's wrong, exactly. So you can do different kinds of things. You can drag and drop the ones there, or you can just say, okay, I want to start with the first one, and like this can go through the game by just clicking, or if you want to, just put them on the different kinds of parts there. After a while you are getting coins and of course your star rating and stuff like that, and of course you can go and get different kinds of helpers down below. If you want to try that out, just do that. This is, I'm not really sure, goofy probably? Groggy? Gofky is not a word, I'm pretty sure about that. Let's see. Foggy. Okay, it's foggy. If I think about it now, I know. But I'm just not going to be fast enough to get this right. Okay, whatever. Thank you, I know. But in the end, now you lost this, the junior level in this case, and you would have to retry it and go on and play it like this. There's not much more to it, but it's just a faster version of this very common game you already know about. But I really like it somehow. It has some nice flair and nice music to it, and it's nice that it's a little bit speedier than other games in this direction, and you really have to think about some stuff there. Yeah. And I would say this is more or less all I can show you about this game. I hope you had fun in this episode, because this is the end of the episode too. And if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, the button is down below. Please do that, it helps the channel. And other than that, thank you for watching. Have a great time, have a great day. Any kind of comments down below is a commentary section for that. And other than that, see you around in the next episode. Bye. Bye.